welcome back to Chill Prison Podcast. This is episode 12.
Benny Boy, episode 12.
Episode 12. Got a real dozen.
This is your host, Rustifer and Benjamin.
Yes, indeedy. So, let's start things off with our brew review.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
One or two.
Whichever one was the one that I haven't already had, because I saw through the bag earlier.
You haven't had any of these to my knowledge.
Okay. One.
One? Okay. So we're going to split this first one, and I am really curious to see how this is going to be received.
This is kombucha. This is milk. I love kombucha. My grandmother.
Are you serious?
Yes, my grandmother brews her own kombucha.
Have
you ever seen the brewing process?
She has like the mother that goes
Yes.
into... Oh, that's so gross.
Yes. The SCOBY is what it's called. It looks like just the top of a white jellyfish.
This sounds like the singer for Papa Roach.
White jellyfish?
Scoby. You're supposed to swirl it. Oh, well, I guess we'll figure it out.
You're supposed to shake it. All that shit's on the bottom.
Hey, Jake, go ahead and cut that out.
Yeah, we'll beep
By
that.
the way, we have our first employee. Let's give a round of applause for Jake. Welcome to the team, Jake.
Now, what's his real name, Benifer?
I'm going to call him Jake. And that's what it's going to be. If he chooses to let people know what his name is, that's on him.
Oh, okay. So that is his fake name.
Yeah.
His fake real name.
Love you, Jake.
Now I have to do less work than I already wasn't doing.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I haven't drank kombucha that much. I had it. This isn't the first time I've had
this
it.
is GT's kombucha.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so we're not going to play the whole video, but later on, maybe between recordings, I'll show it to you. There's this, do you know who Cody Ko is on YouTube?
I know Cody's Lab.
No. This is like one of the YouTube guys that came over from Vine. So he's one of the guys that like I shouldn't, just like because of my YouTube feed, he's kind of out of place. But dude, he's so funny. He has this video series which is with his friend Noel called That's Cringe, where they just sit and watch videos on YouTube or, you know, a clip from like what's the
TLC.
Yeah, like a TLC. Kids. Yeah, and then they react to it. They did one that was just about the creator, the owner of GT's kombucha, and his name is GT Dave.
GT Dave.
Yeah, it is hilarious. The man is like Lex Luthor. You'll have to watch the video because it's so fucking funny.
It sounds so absurd. Who named there? Someone got named GT. Oh, that's a good drink.
Ah, yeah.
Jeez.
0.5% alcohol.
Yeah, I guess there is technically alcohol in there, isn't it?
Yep. So I used to sneak them from my grandma.
Good grief. That smells so bad.
Yeah.
Especially when it's burped from your face.
Mm-hmm.
What is that smell? I can't put my finger on it.
It just tastes like sparkling juice.
Sure.
Oh,
We'll say that.
my demon dog is whining.
Yeah, this isn't that bad. It's like vinegar. Vinegar mixed with juice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's not too bad. So tell me about your week, man. How was your week's assignment of listening to...
I have to admit something.
What? Let's get this on record.
I gave up yesterday.
You fucking monster.
Prior to when you came to check in on me. It wasn't on purpose. I got out of bed.
Wait, so you didn't like stumble and then get back on the wagon?
No.
Okay.
No, I stumbled and went, fuck it.
We're done here.
Yeah. If you didn't hear last week, I was assigned for science to spend the entire week only listening to a band, Coheed and Cambria.
And they are a very acquired taste.
Yeah, like actual vinegar and like bath salts is an acquired taste.
Like together?
Yeah.
Classic combo.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I woke up yesterday, threw my earbuds in, got ready for work, or threw my earbuds in, and just turned on a podcast. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even notice what was happening until I got to work, and by then I was like, fuck it, I don't care. But in all honesty, I mean, I listened to 4 albums. I don't even remember which ones, but I can tell you which ones. You know what I mean?
There are some hooks that stood out.
No, nothing stood out except for Welcome Home. But that's because everybody has heard the intro to that song. No, none of them stood out in particular. The reason why, I may have cheated. I don't remember if this was in the rules or not. You said no YouTube videos, but I did watch that girl's explanation videos.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know the entire story of this stupid fucking band.
Wow, you may be more well-versed than myself.
So for listeners who don't know what the hell we're talking about, Coheed and Cambria is a band, and every one of their albums also coincides with a graphic novel or a graphic novel-esque story.
Yeah.
So one of their albums doesn't have a novel out that is based in the story. It's just not out yet. And then one of the albums has an actual novel out for it. The prequel album.
Yeah.
The Day of the Black Rainbow, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Year of the Black Rainbow.
Year of the Black Rainbow, yeah. So, the story is so much more interesting than the music.
I get that.
And I started reading the comic.
It's so weird and hard to follow.
It's not too bad, especially if you know what you're expecting. If you are, I watched the videos beforehand. There's a girl on YouTube that explains the story.
Yeah.
Per album, and it's interesting. It's real techno, sci-fi horror is basically how you would qualify it.
It's like a Space Wolverine.
No, it's nothing like Space Wolverine.
It's a Space Wolverine.
Coheed barely plays a part in the stories.
They die so fast.
It's not about Space Wolverine.
The titular characters die so fast.
There is a guy that he's more like a different X-Men.
Yeah.
Marrow. Marrow just grows bone spikes out of his body.
Nice.
That's exactly what Coheed does, except they're metal, because it's a metal band.
Yeah, I thought you were saying that Marrow was a character in Coheed. It's I don't even know who that is. That's so badass to get invested to that degree where you discover just brand new characters.
Yeah, well, and the worst part about that is there's not a single character who you feel for in the entire storyline. They're all every single character is a bad person.
Yeah, because I don't know if they're more human, and that's what makes them. And you know too many details about people. If you know too many details about your favorite musician, you're not gonna like him anymore. Mm-hmm. It's he wipes back to front. What a fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you know that a lot of this was stream of consciousness, the structure. Because the writer and singer of the band is his name is Claudio. And
the main character of the story.
Well, yeah, the main character is also named Claudio. He's the son of the Coheed, the titular Coheed and Cambria. He's the son of them, and he's the main character. But then, halfway through the entire story, he introduces another character, and just has to call him Ryder.
Because it's
it's him. In the real world, it's him. It's him. So he creates another parallel universe where it's just this universe, and he's writing a comic book.
Yeah.
About this.
Yes.
So he's writing a comic book about a guy who's writing a comic book about a guy named after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you heard about his other project? His other music project?
No.
Kill Audio.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah, he writes. I think he has 2 other side projects, and the other one's called Kill Audio, which is Claudio, Like, he found a way to jerk himself off 8 times.
He's not jerking himself off. He's just not going through correct therapy. Literally, like, writer, the reason that he needed to write another character based on himself is because this character was too horrible to put in as the main character. Because this character is just possessed by a 10-speed bicycle demon. 10-speed bicycle demon.
I love that song so much.
That is constantly telling him
to kill off his girlfriend.
To kill his real-life girlfriend because she cheated on him. But you don't actually know if she did or not. Because he's also fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This guy has a son in real life.
Atlas,
Claudio Sanchez has a son named Atlas. He should not be around other people.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love how much to talk about there is. Like, every single song has a weird concept. You just get lost.
I don't
if
remember
you try.
any songs.
And that's okay.
I remember I think I texted you or messaged you something that made no sense.
Yeah, let's reference that. Let's figure out what that was.
So I'll pull it up. It's right here. I said basically, my wife's friend paid me $10 on Venmo.
Uh-oh.
I think it's for food or something.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here.
This is a really, really entertaining time.
I said a lot of good ideas that are incomplete. So what came about that, I don't remember what song it is, but there is a song that almost is pop punky. It's an anthem type song. And I don't even know how to describe it. It's probably not even good to talk about on the podcast just because I don't know how to describe it without just playing the whole song.
Is it the Hang Your Secrets, Hang 'em Up Now?
Marked in the March, I think is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Is that song?
I can't say off the top of my head,
okay.
But...
Well, a good example is One More by Beartooth. It's a really sped up, hypey, verse, and then it breaks down to the chorus,
yeah.
And you feel every second of it, like it's so inspiring. Just the melody of the song and the tempo of the song. You take all the words out, and it's an inspiring piece of music.
Yeah,
and that's what that type of song is meant to create. And that's what I could tell this song was trying to do, but it was almost like it was off tempo, like it just didn't hit any of the parts it was supposed to. So it was just a bad song. And I find, because and that's what I was getting at. Like, there's so much potential in everything they do, but it's like he's got his his fingers in too many pies.
Yes.
And I think and I don't know if that's exactly why the music tends to fall, but I know that could be a contributing factor because every bit of that music is very interesting. But I want it to be better than it is. And where it is right now, I just don't like it.
And that's okay, guys. We don't have to chew them to pieces in the comment section because we don't have to like the same things.
No, and I should say I don't like the music. I love the band, and I love everything about what it's trying to do. And I really love the story. I think it's insane, and it's really interesting. I just don't like the songs that go with it. That's all.
Yeah. So that's like totally on the other end of the spectrum compared to me. I didn't care about the story for the longest. It's like, this just sounds
I don't know how you'd
sick.
possibly get into the songs without knowing the story.
So I'm a sucker for guitar tones.
Metal?
No, guitar tones. And there's a song called "The Running Free," and there's like a electronic, cybernetic sound going on that they do with their instruments, and I want to know how to make that tone, but I don't want to look it up because then that will destroy the mystery and take all the fun out of it.
I know what you're saying because they do it. The whole band, every song is genre bending. Like they try so many different things, but like the whole
to their strength, their detriment, I guess, is anyone else's guess.
Don't see any positives like in how they do it. Like with guitar tone stuff, they do a lot of different guitar tones that are really interesting, but they don't edit them well at all, or they just use the bad take versus the good take when they're recording. Like it just doesn't. It just seems.
There's not a lot of polish to it.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah. It's almost like there's no. It's not like it's just a live garage band, but it. That's the thing. Like it
found a way to be like the production, I guess, was good. Yeah. But they found a way to make it not have polish.
Yeah, and that'd be good on its face. But when your outward appearance is we're creating this masterpiece universe with a soundtrack, maybe that's what needs to be polished first is the soundtrack because that's what everybody hears first. Yeah. So like that's what's so annoying to me about this band is like there's no shine at all, and it bothers me because there's so much shine to be had.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't show that
the
way.
The turd is filled with diamonds, but it's so hard to polish.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on to our next beer. It's a
Jake, put a whenever we do a new brew review, put a like the sound of beer pouring into a thing. Yeah.
A stein.
Yeah.
Is that the word for it?
That sounds like a bad shit, but you know, Jake, you know what I'm saying, Jake.
You'll figure it out.
I never met you, but I think you're pretty.
And you know what? Just take that with you. Put that in your back pocket.
Keep it there until I ask for it back.
And he will.
I don't ever loan without. Taking something with me. So this
that was a good crack. That was a really good can crack.
I know. I have a really good crack. This is Revolver Brewing Co. Mexican style lager, Mi Chave.
So we've had one from Revolver
Blood
before,
and Honey.
But it was their Blood and Honey Citrus Blonde. That's what we had before.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sucker for a citrusy blonde.
Me too.
It's
a little spicy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's definitely a Mexican lager.
That's absolutely what it is.
It's great. It's just not impressive. I'm feeling very... You ruined me this week. I was on such a high last Thursday. I was so like... I was on such a high, and you've crushed my spirits. I'm I'm such a fucking downer right now.
I ripped the wind out of your sails. Like, no, you were one of the few people who doesn't want to be upset when they try something new. It cuts you to the core when when you have to be negative. I don't know that.
And the worst part is a lot of times I'm not negative about the specific thing that ruined my positivity. I just get negative about everything else adjacent.
Yeah, you just wear it.
Like with Coheed and Cambria, it didn't, like, it gave me a new experience, and I'm happy about that. I have plenty of positives about having to experience that. But it just made my week shit. But it didn't make me shit weak. I had some very strong shits all week.
I'm glad to hear that.
It probably is the 10 box of burritos I got from Taco Bell on Sunday.
10 box of God's blood and burial?
The burrito taco party pack from Taco Bell.
It's good stuff.
You get...
I love Taco Bell.
5 beefy 5 layers and 5 Taco Supremes for $10.
Please sponsor us.
And I eat them all in one sitting.
What? To yourself?
Yeah.
It's like
and
that
then I
John
shit
Goodman
them
sketch.
out in multiple sittings.
That Family Guy John Goodman sketch. Like, you see his family at Thanksgiving dinner. They're like all emaciated and starving.
Yeah.
They're like, Dad, can I have some? He's like, you could have some when I'm finished. Like, there's never any left.
Oh, I love that. I love Family Guy. Everything about that show, except for like anything past season 12, is just my favorite.
It always gets weird when they turn to political views too, because
No, I mean they've always been political, but
I know,
like,
but it takes away some of the charm from me. I'm like, man,
it really, I guess it really doesn't for me, except for the Trump one. That was definitely like they tried really hard on that, and it just didn't land for me. And I don't like Trump at all. I mean, he's kind of the devil, but like, man, that 2016 was just, or from 2016 till this year, it was just comedy kind of sucked. Like,
think so?
No, yeah, just nobody was funny because everybody was so fixated on this fat asshole when so many funny things could have been brought from it, but they were just too mad. And I don't, blame them for being angry. I'm angry, but like, man, comedy took a hit. And then 2020 was like, you can't do comedy, period.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I got so jaded after 2020. I was just like, man, I don't think I've ever been happy-go-lucky since the age of 3. But that really, really shot any chances of that down.
Yeah, it's been it's a different year now, and good things are happening.
That's
true.
not
Not yet, but they'll happen eventually.
I think it's a good start. I think we're definitely
this month has been insane. We're still in January when you guys are listening to this in like probably August or something. I don't know numbers, but like,
yeah,
we're recording this in January in the last week of January.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, I hope it goes up from here.
It fucking better.
Because good God, like January 1st, we had a military presence in the fucking Capitol.
Yeah.
January 2nd, they impeach a president who's no longer president. And then January 3rd, and then what it feels like, January 3rd, fucking somebody props up GameStop and like makes a hedge fund company just go out of business.
Just collapses them.
Yeah. Which is the best thing that's happened, because fuck you guys who are allowed to manipulate the fucking stock market and nobody else is.
And bully companies into not making
existing. Don't fucking get a GameStop. That's my shit. I mean, I don't go there,
well,
but
I mean, it's not.
I'd
It's
like
not
to
the
say
GameStop.
that I do.
It's not GameStop specifically. It's a home name. That's something. It's a household name. Everybody knows it. Almost everyone's purchased a video game. You've probably been there, or at least called there. And because it could have been anything. It could have been like freaking Peeps. It could have been Peeps. The gross Easter candy.
GameStop. The reason they shorted GameStop, they were betting that it was going to fall, is because we have
because they're
Steam.
doing poorly.
Yeah, we have Steam. Pretty much every video game's available online now, so people aren't. It isn't doing great, but like, fuck you guys for not letting us try. Like, I like a physical disc. So I'm going to go to GameStop when I have
You're going to go to
money
Walmart like an adult.
No, I do not buy video games from Walmart. I don't like having to ask somebody to open that fucking case. It's ridiculous.
Make you feel like a criminal, and you have to pay for it in the back.
No, it
when
just
you
takes so much
grocery
time.
shopping
You
to
don't
do.
have time to browse because you're busy trying to find somebody, and
they're busy with like Granny Smith over there who takes all their groceries to the back for some reason.
And then she's at the cash register
not buying any electronics whatsoever.
Yeah, she's asking for a Playboy instead of a Game Boy on accident.
What's worse?
That's a true story.
Okay, we'll definitely touch on that. But there was literally a time where that happened, and I just wanted headphones. They were a little bit nicer quality, so they had them locked up, of course. And I went back there to grab them, check them out. There were 2 associates, and Granny Smith was over there checking out her full thing of groceries. And I was like, okay, she's almost done. There are 2 associates. Right as we're going toward the bullpen, or whatever you call it, where they have their cash registers, another customer swings by. He's like, "Do you mind if you grab something from the case out of there for me?" And I totally get that on the other customer's part, because it's so hard to get them, so hard to corral them and get them over there. It's like, yeah, he's like, "Can I help them out real quick?" And I was like, "Yeah, please, by all means."
And then an hour
go
passes.
ahead. Then Granny Smith, at the end of checking out her fucking groceries, starts to get a cell phone.
Oh my god.
She doesn't know how cell phone plans work. She doesn't realize she's gonna have to pay monthly.
I don't fucking know how cell phone plans work. That's why I pay $100 for one phone that's already paid off.
And I lost. That took my spirit away from me. I thought I was like ready to go home. Like I had to poop so bad, and I was at Walmart, and Walmart bathrooms are gross.
Fucking be a man.
And I was like,
shit in that Walmart bathroom.
what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like take the headphones with me? Because if I send them down, they're gonna just put them back inside the lockup case.
It's true.
And if I take them into the bathroom with me, they're gonna think I'm stealing them because of my hue.
Like illegal or something. Yeah, your hue.
So, you know, I had to stand there. I hate going to the bathroom in public, but I took a chance and I kind of like tucked it behind the Garth Brooks CDs because nobody was gonna fiddle with it. Shots fired.
Damn.
Go ahead and give me a slide whistle on that one, Jake.
We're gonna ruin him.
And then I like took the fastest poop in my life, and of course I used the toilet seat protectors.
Fast poops don't exist in my life.
Yeah, I was gonna use the toilet seat protectors, but those were gone.
Yeah.
So I just like used an unreasonable amount of toilet paper on their toilet seats.
Man, your immune system's gotta suck. And with that, we're gonna take a minute so I can uncage my demon.
Bye, guys.
Or put it on this one and that one.
Dogs are so precious.
Stupid, but this one is retarded.
No, your dogs are amazing. They're so sweet.
Tell that to her kennel that keeps getting shit on.
They have never barked at me once.
That just like an anti-racist joke?
I mean, it's a
They've never
fact.
barked at me once, and I'm black. These are the only dogs I'm not afraid of.
Of course. Go ahead and cut that one out, Jake.
Are you recording?
No, you know what? Keep it. Yeah.
No. Jacob?
Jacob, please.
I do not consent.
Jake, please get rid of that.
Always cut out any racism unless it's preempted with, is it okay if I say this? And the answer is yes. Otherwise, bleep it all out.
Yeah.
Listeners, we're back. And if you have any advice on how to potty train a chihuahua, email in, please.
I think you just put diapers on them. Speaking of diapers, we didn't do our Depends challenge, and I've had second thoughts about it.
Why have you had second thoughts? I'm not shitting in that. If that's what
I'm not gonna use
that
it. It's gonna protect my dick from abrasion on the liner of my zipper and also my jean seam.
So you weren't even gonna use it?
I wasn't gonna shit or piss in it.
You weren't gonna piss in it? Then why were you gonna fucking? What was the point?
It was for puffy butts.
I already got one of those.
For puffier butts.
That's
I don't know.
disappointing.
I had second thoughts. I was thinking to myself, I've garnered the respect of really high level executives in our company. And on the off chance that they see me fucking whale tailing Depends.
You have a secondary career that you can always jump ship towards.
Yeah, I was like, maybe this isn't too hot an idea.
Listeners, get on that Patreon so that we can quit our jobs and do shit like that.
Yeah, because if this financially secures my future, absolutely, I won't care. But if my employers... What the fuck? Did that just happen? Listeners, a dog just now chewed through a laptop charger.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Looks pretty important.
Well, it's not the actual important end, and it's for the shit laptop, so I think we're okay.
It was for our external hard drive.
Yeah, I haven't touched that thing, so.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fixable.
Yeah, it's the wall end, so I can just use a different. It's the detachable part of that power brick, so I'm good.
Yeah,
we're good. And it wasn't my wife's curling iron or something that I know is in here, so that's also good.
Thank God.
This dog chews on anything that would kill her, anything.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, is that going to make me die? Give it here.
She wants her way out.
She wants a way out. This dog, oh my God. I will post pictures of this dog standing on 2 legs because it happens more than it ever should. And she is a fucking, not a dog. She's a demon in a dog vest.
She's your house elf.
Yeah. I have a voice for her.
What character is the most closest? Oh, you're going to do it right now.
Yeah, so like... Let me rest, Father. You do not know the potential strength of this vessel.
It sounds like the old Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. My Chihuahua is just a really powerful anime character. Man, that wiener dog is just on you.
Dude, she loves it. She gets it. She gets it.
She understands being a black wiener.
No, she's exposing my gorgeous chest hair.
That Austin Powers shit. Did she just lick the pop filter?
Yeah. It's going to smell so bad in like 2 weeks.
Nah, her mouth is cleaner than my butthole. Or, anything is, but...
Yeah.
The hair's taking forever to grow back.
Good.
Yeah. I'm fine. Like, I'm fine with it. But the itch is gone. The new growth started just enough for it to not itch anymore. Yeah. And now it's just a smooth coat.
Nice. There's not any curl in it, so it's not like gathering any ducus.
Yeah, it does. There's not even half an inch out. Not even a millimeter.
That's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of ducus, yeah. So Walmart. I used so much of their toilet paper because they don't stock their shit. They're fucking animals, and they leave the toilet seat protector box empty.
So technically, you when you're in the bathroom, it's your job to stock shit, not theirs.
I hate pooping there. But
give me a rim shot, Jacob. Boom.
Go ahead and add that in. But they give you a false sense of hope when you're in a dire moment. You're in a dire emergency. You walk in, you turn the corner, and you see like the holder for it. Because some bathrooms don't even have the toilet seat protectors. But you go over to the box, the wall hanger for it, and there is a box in there. Like they have the serrated edges of cardboard,
I know
and it is
what they
empty.
look like. I stocked them at my other job.
I hate it.
Yeah,
it's such a lie.
See,
so to punish them, I used so much of their toilet paper. I almost created like a cushion. We're talking like the Princess and the Pea levels of toilet paper. The fucking 1-ply deluxe that they fill their bathrooms with.
You're the only one who has this issue. Just shit on the fucking porcelain like a man.
I will never do that. That's still disgusting.
Just squat near the squat on the trash can and shit in there.
Russell, are you familiar with a widow's peak?
Like in your hair?
In your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine seeing that on a toilet seat. And go ahead and volunteer to sit on that.
Imagine seeing that in somebody's crack when they sit down.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
I've seen that shit at work before. Break time is a wondrous place.
That's so nasty. I hate that so much. And I want no part of it. And that's why I will always use a toilet seat protector or copious amounts of their single-ply nightmare paper.
So, I totally understand.
So I did that as fast as I could. Used even more toilet paper. That cheap crap. Which, that's another thing. If it takes me like 30 times more toilet paper to wipe my ass...
Are you saving paper?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the dilemma
that's
of the
diminishing returns.
Yeah.
So I used like probably two giant rolls, basketball-sized toilet paper rolls.
And did it all flush?
Oh yeah, they have the industrial strength.
Nice.
Crapper vacuums.
Did I ever tell you about when I flooded the bathroom at our job?
At workplace?
Yeah. I ran in actually, because I thought I was going to have a gruesome shit, and it really wasn't that bad. And it was before we even clocked in. It was a normal shit. It was a normal volume.
Yeah, just the urgency was.
Yeah, it was just like,
greater
oh,
than
I have to shit now, and then I went in, took a shit, wiped the normal amount of wipes with the normal amount of paper that I always use, stood up and flushed.
Were your pants up already at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing would go down. It just started rising, and I was like, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. And it, like there's this feeling of just like
dread,
and then when it brims and doesn't go over, relief. I didn't get the relief part because it just surpassed the bowl and just started coming out onto the floor. And so I ran out to the guy that's at the desk in the front, and I went, hey, I was just in that bathroom, and one of the toilets is flooded over. I don't know what happened, but and he goes, oh, I'll get somebody on that. And I walk by about 10 minutes later, and I see a fat, old black lady walking out of that bathroom with, like she just came back from Vietnam. And like 2 weeks later, she wasn't at work anymore because she was having triple bypass surgery. I gave that woman a heart attack. My shit broke that woman's heart.
And that was a regular Russ shit. That wasn't even a...
That wasn't even a danger mouse.
Oh my goodness. That is wonderful and also heinous.
And I don't regret a second of it because it wasn't my fault.
You know whose fault it was? They have...
Is that
ladies and gentlemen? No. No. Like you think that we have it all figured out in this billion-dollar corporation, that we have all
Walmart.
the answers, and we've been doing sponsored by that we have all
Save
the answers,
money, shit better,
and we have everything figured out, and we've been in business for so many years. But just recently at the distribution center, we had to put up signs that said, "Do not flush paper towels down the toilet." People should know this. Russ likes to think that it was his giant turd that shut everything down. That's not the case. People have been habitually flushing paper towels down the toilet.
We only got employees must wash hands before returning to work
because of COVID.
Because of COVID. They weren't there until after we got sent home.
You know what's crazy? Our manager is trying to he's trying to gaslight me into thinking that those signs have always been there.
Yeah, they haven't.
They had.
I took note of that on like my
first
day because I was like, that's weird. I guess maybe it's because we don't have customers that come in here that they don't have to put that sign up because everybody's an employee, so they don't have to specify employees.
Right.
Like that was like my first day there 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden I noticed after we got back after quarantine that they had those signs off. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they had to all of a sudden do that.
Yeah. Most fucking bathrooms you go in, public bathrooms, it's posted like 6 or 7 separate times in that bathroom.
Yeah. You know what's messed up?
Huh.
To be employed in 98% of these places, you had to be over the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
You've had 18 years to figure that out and should be doing it anyway.
Look, if you don't touch anything, and I mean anything, even the door, because some of those bathrooms don't have doors, you don't got to wash your hands.
But still do it as a courtesy.
No, California's in a drought. Save water.
You go fuck yourself.
Look, dude, I got my piss down to a science. Nothing gets touched.
Like, you can do that in the situation where you're like wearing basketball shorts and you're in your own home and the toilet
in the
seat's already
situation
up.
where you're wearing my sheath underwear.
Does it have like a Velcro pouch where you pull your junk mail out or something?
No, but it's got the same hole setup as normal briefs, but it's just in a different spot and it's looser. So like you're not squeezing your junk while you're if you pull it through. So you're pulling it through.
You're making contact.
No, that's if you were wearing briefs. You don't have to pull it through. That's the best part about these. I think your thing is not charging.
I think you might have like rocked the charger brick or something. Yeah, it's not plugged in. Or it is plugged in. There it is. Now it's not. Now it is not.
There.
This poor computer.
Yeah, but no. So, all I have to do is unzip and just jolt my body a little bit. All you got to do is really just like pinch the top of the flap.
So,
not
ladies
your
and
actual
gentlemen,
penis. You just
listeners, audio listeners, Russell proceeded to do the lollipop guild kind of tuck.
Yeah, you just hop, but not off the ground, and your dick will flop out if it's heavy enough. You know, if you got if you got a little baby wiener, then you're probably not going to get enough inertia to get it out of the hole. But once it's out, you don't have to touch nothing.
This is why I pretend to agree as to have the listeners assume that I have a very large penis.
Hey, look.
I'm going to pretend to know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not saying I have a large penis,
but no,
because I don't have to. Because you know I do. Listen to my voice and how I speak.
The timbre.
Oh, yeah. So it's it is what it is. We work with a guy who always talks about how small his dick is.
Really?
Yeah. Bird. Little short fat bird. Oh,
no way!
Yeah.
I've not heard that once ever.
Really? He constantly makes jokes about having a tiny penis. It's the best.
So that would lead me to believe the opposite, because most of the people who joke about having a giant dog are the people who have the smallest
That's
dog.
why I never joke about it. It's
That's
just a known fact. What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm trying to apologize for the mess I might make on your carpet. But yeah, that was one of the things I figured out at an early age, like which people are cracking jokes about it and the people that don't talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
the people that don't talk about it are just fucking packing heat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I never talk about how big my fucking giant schlong is. Because I don't have to. It's just a known fact. It's huge.
It's inferred.
I'm wearing short shorts right now because I don't care if you see my giant ass dick. I just don't care. It's just too huge for me to care.
And when you really want to flex, you just pull it out of your ankle sock.
No, all I do is flex.
All right. So our third brew is going to be another kombucha.
Oh, God. Why did you get this shit? I was planning on getting drunk.
We can still do that. You saved my life by suggesting that we had the, I don't know if it was Gatorade. I don't remember what it was. It was like vitamin water or something like that. And that's the only reason I probably woke up the next day.
Body armor is what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit's good.
Stuff was so good. That was the right move.
The best move is Pedialyte.
I've heard that.
It works.
I've definitely heard that.
It's best used when you're done drinking before you go to bed.
Who are phlebotomists the ones that can give you IVs? They can give you an IV bag?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean,
are they qualified to do that as well?
Phlebotomists?
Yeah, I know phlebotomists will always take samples at like labs, like blood samples, drawing blood.
I think any
stuff like that.
RN can give you an IV bag.
Well, phlebotomists don't have to be. Well, they're not RNs.
Phlebotomists just do blood.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't administer IV bags.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just lab work for blood. Like they just pull blood.
Well, we need to hire a person, not necessarily a phlebotomist.
Well, there's a service in Oklahoma City for what you're about
hangover
to talk
cures.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody that works for one. Or has used one, I should say.
I'm definitely interested in that. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because that's a good idea. And I enjoy drinking, but I hate the next day so much.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I know for a fact that in some of our Let's Plays, which, ladies and gentlemen, we have the equipment. It's going down.
We'll probably release Let's Plays before this episode comes out. So
yeah, hopefully. If things go right, yeah. So, on those nights, I know for a fact it's going to get pretty haywire. So we got to...
Yeah, I was thinking that you were wanting to do that tonight. I was like, we need to do that on a fucking Friday or Saturday.
I wholeheartedly agree. But we'll probably just do a test run tonight to make sure our hardware is what it needs to be.
Did you bring a gaming thing?
No.
Okay. I don't know if I can use my Xbox. I haven't updated it in a while.
Ooh.
I could probably hardline it in here. The reason is because I hadn't connected it. I haven't used it since I changed the SSID on my router, so it can't connect to the internet wirelessly because I have to update it to get to those settings.
Mm-hmm. But you can't update it because you don't have
but I don't, because I don't have connection, so I have to. I could probably just Ethernet it if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure you ladies and gentlemen love this nerd shit juxtaposed to our toilet talk. This one tastes better than the last one. This one tastes actually pretty good.
It's a lot tartar.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. You sound like a broken... dare I say, you sound like an adult on this episode.
A broken man? Yes. Yeah. I feel like one, too. I feel broken. I feel sad. I should be giddy. Holy shit.
What?
Dogecoin is up to 4 cents.
Dang it, I could have literally invested and just like quadrupled my investment.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is January.
This is nerd shit. Nobody probably cares about it.
If you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, you've probably heard somebody talk about Bitcoin. There's another one that's a meme called Dogecoin, and it's literally only worth a cent, or it was like 2 days ago. Before that, it wasn't even worth a full cent for the longest time. It hit a cent a couple days ago, and now it's up to 4 cents. It has never been above 1 cent until yesterday it hit 2, and then today it hit 3, and then 4. They're really trying to get $1 out of it. I have 13,000. Hold on. I have 13,520 Dogecoins.
Oh my goodness! What does that come out to?
It costs if it hits $1. Oh, what is it? What's it worth right now?
What do you have right now? What's the dollar value right now?
The dollar value of my Dogecoin is $582.75.
Oh yeah, that is fantastic.
Yeah, and I've only invested a little over $100.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. And $100 of that was today after it had already hit 2 cents. So I just wanted to put more money in for when it hits $1. But before that, I invested before it hit a cent, and I had invested only like $50, and it was up to like $200 worth
Jesus.
of. Yeah, so
I guess to finish up my headphone story, I trashed their bathroom. Well, their plumbing, not necessarily the bathroom.
Very nice.
Their toilet was cleaner than when I left it, but their plumbing
because
wasn't.
You shit bleach.
Damn near. And I'd made it out, and then the associate that had helped me get the stuff out of the case, he saw me again, and then he saw me like grab the headphones, and he kind of gave me like a squinty-eyed look, like a Clint Eastwood look, if that like really puts it in context.
Make my day.
Yeah. And the lady was still
Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world.
The lady was still at the cash register with her basket full of groceries that she was still purchasing.
It was 3 hours later.
It was 10 minutes. It was every bit of 10 minutes because I have to like include my cleanup time and fucking stacking toilet paper time. You all right, buddy?
Yeah.
So he had given me that stink eye, and I just like darted out of electronics. I grabbed the headphones and I just left because I didn't want to be checked out by him, and I didn't want to wait for her.
Because he was looking for you while you were shitting.
He was giving me the shittiest look, and I was not willing to do. I'm not going to participate in that interaction. I'm not going to participate in any interaction with him from that point forward. So I like sped walked like a middle-aged woman to the actual front cash register, and then when I had gotten up there, I like was behind someone, had 2 items. I was like, okay, thank God, let's fucking pay for this and get out of here. And when I had gotten up to the register, she said, "You're gonna have to check out
In electronics.
No. At customer service.
What?
And I looked over there and there were 3 people in line with grocery baskets.
So you just went on a really busy day.
It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been. I mean, when I made it up to the front cash registers, that one dude was just the only person there, and it was pretty light. But I went through so many hoops, and there was a lady that walked behind her as she was saying that, and she was like, "Oh no, you can get that here." So I guess she was an associate that had worked there for years, and so she steps in front of that lady, and she got an attitude because she just got made to look like a fool in front of a customer. And then I got checked out. I was like, no, please, no more. And she just saved the day, and I got out of there.
All right.
That was a nightmare.
Interesting.
Don't let old people in the electronics section. That last one was really good.
I've been brewing that one for a little bit now.
That one had some character.
Yeah. That's just not a good character.
The chows from Sonic.
So I want to get to something that I guess you were planning on talking about. So before we do that,
yeah, read it. Oh, okay.
I want to get to the thing that I sent to you first,
all right.
Which was
it tugboat?
No, it was before
tugboat
that.
Implies the existence of a suckboat.
Oh, you just ruined it. I was going to tell you what I sent first.
What'd you send?
Remind me on Thursday. Homeless man bathrobe katana. On my way to work Sunday. This was the easiest way to get a quick note down real quick. So on my way to work on Sunday, just on the sidewalk, there's a homeless man in a bathrobe walking down. And as I pass him, I realize he is also carrying a katana.
Fuck yeah.
That's all. That was it. That's all. Just
I love that so much.
He's my spirit animal.
He is the spirit of Texas.
I want to get him and Homeless Dog Man in a room together. I want to interview both of them.
No, they'll fight for territory. You can't.
It'd be the best anime showdown.
It's like 2 really cool wolves that you see in different parts of the forest.
Yeah.
They're never allowed to cross paths.
Yeah, and one of those wolves has an actual wolf and a chihuahua as a pet. And then the other wolf just has a sword. That's a cool movie scene. So anyway, tugboat, suckboat.
That was it. A tugboat implies the existence of a suckboat.
If you're implying tug just as a hand job.
Why else would you get on that boat? It's small. It looks like ass. It has no redeeming qualities. Other than the possible chance of a tug. True. You're telling me that people use tugboats for anything other than sexual favors?
I wasn't listening.
All right, next segment.
I totally.
I'll be honest, I checked out. Thanks, Russ.
Oh man. So yeah, yesterday I spent every waking moment that I didn't have because you forced me to do something evil. I spent every moment watching donut videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
That fort stank.
Good. Fucking glad. Oh no, the AC turned on. It's circulating air. I can feel that it's circulating air.
Yeah.
That's not good
oh,
for me.
Man. Oh, boy. All right. So
what was that article? What was the article that you...
Oh, yeah. So
Donut's good. I love donut. And I respect that choice.
Look, I love donut because I don't know anything about cars, and they tell you about cars in a way that doesn't make you feel stupid.
Yeah. And it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's good. I love donut.
So here is the article that we were just about to get to. 6 killed after liquid nitrogen leak at Foundation Food Group in Gainesville, Florida. More than 130 others treated or evaluated.
So how did it leak?
That's not how we do the segment. I don't read the articles, just the headlines.
That should be its own segment, just the headlines, and we just interpret the story from there.
That's what we're doing right now. I
I hope it was a dude on a forklift that was trying to hit on a lady, and so he was like showing off his sick forklift skills because he thinks that that's how you get girls wet, and he just like pierced a canister filled with liquid nitrogen at the perfect angle to where it sprayed only on her face, like Jason X style, and like froze
and it killed 5 other people as well.
And she fell like on her face, and then it shattered.
Liquid nitrogen's cool like that.
And then he like panics,
and then he killed himself,
and then slips like sideways into it, and like two-faces himself, and permanently scars half of his face, and turns into another Batman villain, like a shittier version of Mr. Freeze in Two-Face, like maybe third face. Maybe he only gets like a third of his face.
This is stupid.
You're stupid. I love the story. I'm getting engrossed in this. My mind is going crazy. This is me on kombucha.
Yeah. Woo. 5% alcohol. Ooh,
Fucking rebel.
0.5. Sorry. Good Lord. No. That's the segment.
Then what's your interpretation of it?
I
can't
think
just check out like that.
Well, I think that it says Foundation Food Group. It's probably a food processing plant. So I'm assuming...
So they have mass quantities of food that they have to move with forklifts. I get it.
Yeah, I'm assuming a leak of liquid nitrogen.
But what caused the leak?
Fucking bad fitting on a hose. We didn't do this segment on a good time where I'm feeling happy.
You tax filing adult son of a bitch.
I'm saying that a brass fitting went bad, a slow leak started, and it fucked up a bunch of people. Did it go into the water? I don't know. Or did it just 136 people were affected in that plant? I don't know.
Be real fucking cool if it did.
But it wasn't because they froze. It was because they inhaled nitrogen fumes. That's what I'm assuming. You can't.
That's not fun.
You can't deep freeze 136 people all at once with a canister of liquid nitrogen, but you can make them go sleepy.
I don't think that's how it works.
Inhaling pretty much anything other than oxygen will make you go sleepy.
That checks out.
Yeah,
that checks
just
out.
like me. I'm kind of checked out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 12 of Chill Prison Podcast. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Russ, sign us off with something stupid.
Something stupid.
Heyo.